go.
Just throwing shit out the way.
What's that?
It's just like, boom!
In front of both of you, I was like, I need to fill a hole, and not one of you.
Hello and welcome to our creative commune with Pete, Laura, Liam and Bea. We'll be chatting all things photography, videography and just having a general catch up over a coffee like we do most mornings.
Let's pod.
Let's pod! Let's go! I'm ready.
Oh, the energy!
I'm really not ready.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everybody.
Morning.
Morning. How are we all?
I'm feeling tired today.
Yeah,
Tired.
bit sleepy over here.
Yeah.
We had a midnight sleeping pill.
Oh,
We both knocked ourselves out
okay.
with narcotics.
okay.
So waking up this morning.
Whatever works.
It's a little bit tricky.
Oh.
So I woke up really awake this morning.
Strange.
What's
Because
happened to
you
Pete?
well, Laura was having a problem with the coffee grinder over in the corner. She was like, "Hey, it's not grinding." So I heard
Anything
the summons
coffee
for
related.
coffee.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Like, I need my
it.
coffee.
Yeah.
I need it.
What's
Betty
the
made
issue?
us tea in bed this morning, brought it up, made her own breakfast. I was like,
This is the future. She's going to start to walk to school soon
Yeah.
as well. So
How weird is that going to be in the morning? I said that
Yeah.
to Pete this morning, like he will not get up. If
Me,
we don't,
no.
if we don't have
I
to
don't
take
have
our
to get
child
up.
to school,
However, we do take turns making his breakfast and his lunch,
Well,
so it'd be exactly the same.
get on
Yeah.
him doing it. Make him make his lunch the night before.
yeah,
He can pour himself
Oh.
some cereal. This
Never
is it.
even
He can stay
considered
in bed
this.
until midday.
are we going to do it? Are we going to let them get up and just trundle off to school while we stay in bed?
No.
Tempting, isn't it?
No.
no.
Make
What,
him
what we're
lunch.
going to do is get up, make him breakfast, make him lunch, and then just track him as he walks
Yeah.
to school like a weirdo,
Yeah.
or just walk
Gonna
like
watch
2
him
meters
from the
behind
front
him.
door as he walks out of sight.
Growing
Oh,
up too quickly.
yeah.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want my little baby back. I wanted to be prancing around the room with a wand in a princess dress. Yeah.
I'm
Do you
sure
remember
she
when
will.
Albert used to come over and
Oh
dress up
my
in all
God.
Betty's princess
He
dresses?
loved it.
He did. He had a real era of
Yeah.
like loving
Yeah.
a princess dress.
Yeah,
There's
'cause
something fulfilling about dressing up in a frock.
You love dressing up in a dress.
do.
You've done that many
I've done it
times.
many times. It's long overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have a
Do you want me to get my wedding dress
special
out?
night, Pete. Dress up night. Come on.
Oh. Was it New Year?
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking exactly that. One
Just
New
like a
Year.
flashback back one New Year where we all put Bee's wedding dress on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That
on
was
photos.
Good times. Was that the same night that you
Broke a
rode a
rib.
bike
the
and
ribs,
fell off
yeah.
the bike?
Yeah.
What a night.
It was a
What a
classic
night.
That was a great
Great
New
night.
Year.
It was before we had kids where we could really dick about. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, they were good times.
Oh, funny. Anyway, what have you been up to then? Why are you so tired?
I've started doing. I've got a little job on the side.
Side hustle.
A side hustle, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for something on the side for a little while now, just because
A little bit on the side.
Yeah,
Oh.
just because like weddings are, still love weddings. It's our main form of income, but
Yeah.
it is becoming more tricky with the market as it is now to get to that kind of level of bookings that we used to get to really quickly.
Yeah.
So I just thought, well, maybe something on the side to sort of supplement the weddings would be good. And this was the first year that Betty said to me as well, "Daddy, you're always away from home." And it's like, she's never said that before. And it's like, oh. And she's kind of right, I'm like, I'm all over the country
are.
or in different
Yeah.
countries.
There's a lot of travelling, isn't
A
there?
lot of travelling. So I've started doing a bit of property photography.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had my first shoots yesterday, 3 houses, and I
You've done one before that.
I did one sample house.
Did like a practice one.
For
Yeah.
some reason, like my legs are really aching today. Like, I can do a wedding
Loads of
and feel
squatting.
fine, but property photography.
Interesting.
Why? Are
Yeah,
my
why?
thighs really
Were
sore?
you lunging a lot?
No.
Must have been.
Maybe I was. Like I don't know.
Were you
So-
stressed because you'd not done it
I was
before?
quite stressed,
Yeah,
yeah.
like that makes you way more tired, I think.
Yeah.
If you're like
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. It's just I need to get my head around the floor planning thing. So I was up till midnight last night, just drawing like
Making floor
bathrooms
plans.
and-
See,
and
that's
doors
that's
Yeah.
a whole other job, isn't it? That's not
Yeah.
taking photos. That's like easy peasy. You could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad I've started it. I can see it being
Yeah, you'll get quicker
a
at it
nice
as
kind of
well.
little bit on the side
Yeah.
with weddings.
Yeah.
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 I'm in that mindset at the moment of like finding something else to go alongside weddings.
You have the perfect life for this to work as well, because B is editing everything. So like during the week, you are free to then go and do these days
Perfect.
here and
I was
there.
asking B for some tuition last night
I
on
am
Lightroom.
such a
and
good teacher.
She's
I am such a I am like such a natural.
Really irritated.
Yeah.
No, I know what the thing was. I'd already given him like an hour lesson the last time he did a house.
He's
I'd
forgotten
been
everything.
Absolutely fucking everything gone. Not, you know, to the point where it's like, how do I import these photos? It won't work. It's taken in this old photo, and it's like, no, that's not right.
I don't use Lightroom, so it's kind of like
it's a whole...
Really, I probably should have some basic knowledge, shouldn't I? You know, just in
Yes.
case you get run over by a bus or
Exactly.
something. But I don't. So like, Lightroom. I'm like, what do I do, babe? I haven't got a clue. It's really complicated.
It's not really complicated.
I can't
It's
just
not
use
at all.
Photoshop. It's much easier. Just load them all in Photoshop. You know what you're doing.
No, I said to him, that is so
Photoshop is so much more
old-fashioned.
complicated
No.
than
I know
Lightroom.
Photoshop. I learnt that at university in 1998.
No.
Well, you probably don't anymore.
It's
I'm sure
super
it's
simple.
different
One
now.
panel in Lightroom that you need to use.
Yeah.
Maybe transform to like straighten up some lines and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's
straightforward.
I got into it
hard.
eventually. I don't like learning new things.
Hey.
I'm not a fan. You know, it's like I won't switch to a new camera system. It's like, oh no, I know where all the buttons are. I just kind of like know what I'm doing.
I like what I like.
And when you're presented with something where you've actually got to use your brain to learn something new.
You don't
really
like
good for you.
change. That is so
I
good for
find
you.
it like, I'm a bit kind of like, do I have to? Like, I know what I'm doing with certain things. I could have said it then. I need to learn something new. Anyway.
We're supposed to be learning new skills as we get older.
I was trying
Yeah.
to listen to my audiobook upstairs, and between Betty doing some pottery and wanting to show me every single pottery item that she'd made, and Liam shouting me down every, I'd say, 3 minutes. You know, when you get to the point where you're like,
I'll kill you all.
Will kill you. Stop
Yeah. I'd
interrupting
say,
me.
B, can you be patient with me? You know, she's there.
No.
Super patient. I was so good. Natural.
I'm not going to ask her for anything.
Ah.
I helped
Like
you
a-
loads. What are you talking
like a
about?
coiled spring.
I was so helpful. Once you'd said to me, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super helpful and nice.
Yeah.
Wasn't I?
You got there in the end. Yeah. So yeah, that's my.
Just need to pay attention more, Liam. That's the problem.
Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to do a Lightroom workshop?
No. And Betty's in the background going, Mummy, how do you know all this?
This is what
my
I
job."
do.
Yeah, but Betty was like, "You two, can you stop arguing?"
The bickering.
I was like, we're not even arguing. I'm just telling him what to do.
It got a bit heated, didn't it?
Oh dear.
Anyway, that's it took me hours. Yeah. So I was up till midnight.
That's why you were up late then.
Faffing
Yeah, so
around with-
I got 2 hours of really quality sleep, and then Liam came to bed and woke me up, and that's why I had to have a midnight sleeping pill.
So we both
Took the
sleeping
drugs.
pills, and we're both feeling a little bit like woo
You still asleep.
today.
Oh dear.
Tell us about your retreat.
Oh, it was awesome, wasn't it? So we went to the Peak District with Roo had organised this, and it's something he does every year. You know, like we do Fake Christmas. He organises this little retreat with his videographer mates, and they rent a house, but they do work, unlike Fake Christmas. They do like, like workshop style stuff during the
Oh.
day. So there's a schedule and,
Okay.
like
Everyone shows a film. Everyone
Yeah.
talks about their plans for the year,
goals
like their
for
goals.
the year.
So fake Christmas is going to be different this year.
We're not going down that route.
Right, this is the schedule. No, it was totally different, but like actually really nice because you think, oh, I can't be arsed talking about work, but then once it got going, it was like this is
I think
actually
it would be
so
really
useful.
to get other people to look at your
Yeah.
and give constructive criticism.
Exactly.
I think that'd be really, really handy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
that.
yeah, like everyone had a different thing that they were showing. A reason they were showing a certain film, and like I'm trying this. What do you think of this? Like just get feedback from everyone.
Yeah.
It was like really cool.
Was it
Yeah.
were people a bit nervous having to show their
Yeah.
films to
Everyone
a
hates
group?
that.
Yeah,
yeah,
It
it's
is
like
kind
not a
of
normal
like-
thing, is it?
Yeah, not many people. A lot of people don't like receiving criticism, but I know it's necessary.
Yeah. Well, it was all constructive, you know, and like, you know, everyone's friends, so none of it is like that is shit, never do that again kind of thing. But like, yeah, like it was useful, I think, wasn't it?
Nice.
And just lovely, and like, you know, hanging out in the hot tub, like
Oh, there was a
eating
hot
pizza,
tub.
you know, like there's a lot of chill
You're not
elements.
videographer, you're not allowed to.
No, photographer scum. Sorry. Yeah, no.
No, oh come on! I can be the cook.
You know what?
I can make a...
Roo made breakfast, and you and other people helped, didn't they? But everything else was like, we had like Domino's delivered.
Yeah.
But that's expensive. I can come and make a big pan of scouse.
We got a refund of money at the end of it because we hadn't
Absolute
ordered enough
bargain.
food.
Absolute
Yeah.
bargain.
Nice one, Roo.
Yeah.
A lot of people were just like, or pocket that.
Not Roo. Roo's not like that.
No, we can do no wrong.
Yeah.
So
It
how
was
many of
amazing,
you
though.
work there?
18?
Oh my
17,
God,
18? That was a lot.
wow.
It was a big
That is a lot,
house.
yeah.
But
It was opposite Heen House Farm.
yeah,
Oh, no way.
yeah.
Yeah, because there you
Tough
kind of
hall.
like you've
Lovely.
got Derbyshire, haven't you? Staffordshire and Cheshire, isn't it? They're all meeting one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just beautiful. Nothing for miles
And you
apart from
didn't go
Heaton
for
House
any
Farm.
walks. No
No,
walks.
we were busy.
Well, yeah, because there wasn't time.
was too much
We were like, oh, we'll go
planned
for a
in.
walk tomorrow, and then it's like, no, we start at 9 through
Yeah.
till.
What else was
like,
on the
5.
schedule?
Wow.
All sorts.
Yeah, so a couple of people did
Like
some like little
presentation.
mini talks. So Arran Kenny did a chat about AI.
Yes, super interesting.
Which was really interesting. So he's started using a mic like just for like brainstorming, kind of like during the day. Like, you know, if they goes for a walk, like he records like his walk with his missus, you know, because you chat with it about a lot of things, don't you? Like as you're out and about, and then you forget them instantly. And like same when he has like meetings with clients, he'll record it, and then he'll
So he's just got a recording of the whole day,
Yeah,
which
and then
he
he-
will then run through AI
Yeah, so
to
he
give him
puts
a
it on his
summary of
computer
his day.
to like, you know, get a
Wow.
transcription of it all. And then he feeds that to ChatGPT. He's using just to get a summary and like, you know.
Right, so he transcribes his whole day.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah,
through
more or less. I mean, he's not
deletes
wearing the whole day. But
deletes the guff. where
And
it's
then he
like-
can ask it questions like, you know, how could I have done better on this call? You know, like things like that. You can like, you know, get feedback, AI feedback.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
And he says it's quite kind of like sales focused, you know, because it's like American, isn't it? So like, you know, ask it for feedback on like a client chat, it'll be like, you didn't like close the sale,
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But yeah, it seemed to come up with some interesting stuff. You know, he's got it to like give it out in a template, you know, so like, you know, like stuff about you know, like personal info about the clients, like, oh, they like dogs and, you know, like kind of stuff, just so you, because
Yeah.
stuff that you might write down when you're on a meeting, but equally it's
Yeah.
sometimes you just
But
like in the
rather
flow
than
of
you being,
conversation.
like, talking to someone and writing everything down, like that makes a lot of sense to me. Not to do that.
Because it makes it so much easier on the day when you kind of like, you know, you can read the notes. You're like, oh, I remember that. I remember these details, and then it's easier to kind of connect, isn't it?
I do feel a bit guilty about using AI and ChatGPT too much, you know, because of the environment.
What do you use it for?
Do you love it?
I use ChatGPT quite a lot.
What do you use it for?
Shitloads. Yesterday, ChatGPT did my astrocartography for me.
There
You
we
are
go.
never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this.
Hit
Not
me.
going to believe it.
From my astrocartography lines, where is the most prosperous and lucky
this is
place that I
interesting.
should be living?
This is really interesting. Could be
Where
anywhere.
is
Barbados.
Considering I was born in Bermuda.
It's spooky, this.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's Manchester.
Is it?
Between Manchester and Northern Scotland.
It could
Anywhere
be
between
anywhere,
that.
and it's Manchester.
Yes.
Could be on like a beautiful beach somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And you're in the northern quarter.
Financial success. Manchester.
There we go, sorted.
Yeah. For love and relationships. Manchester.
Oh my god.
Is it confused with
That's
another
so
Manchester? Is
weird.
there, is there a
No,
sunny
it's
Manchester
not.
somewhere?
For spiritual growth, I do need to go to Peru, I'm afraid, so I will be going to
Just
Peru.
on a holiday all the time.
Yeah.
Need to be there all the
Does it
time.
know that it rains a lot in Manchester and
Doesn't
it's grey?
care.
Doesn't care.
It's about
and it was really
prosperity.
specific as well. It was like about in the creative industries. I was like,
Wow.
Fuck is this?
You're nailing it.
There we go.
Thanks,
yeah,
ChatGPT.
all sorted. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was yesterday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we ran our a couple of podcasts through it, like transcribed those,
Oh, yeah.
and it gave us, spat out quite a decent summary of them. Really,
I was very
quite
impressed
exciting.
reading it through. It's very accurate.
I've not
Yeah.
read anything.
Yeah. It did a good job. The next day after the retreat, when we came home, we went for a walk and we were like, full, like you're just on a walk and you're just full of ideas. And we were like brainstorming and then got home and we were like, what were we talking about? Like instantly forgot. It's like,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
if we had all of that recorded, that would have
Yeah.
been pure gold.
Pure gold.
It's like having a PA. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you can get like
Yeah.
a bit of a rundown.
Like
Yeah.
you're in court and you've got one of those people just tippy tapping
Exactly.
every single thing.
Exactly.
So where do you have the mic? You have it.
So Aaron
So he
was using, like what we use at a wedding just to see if it worked as an idea, but he's ordered this dinky little, it's like this big, tiny little thing that you can just pin on, just a little round.
What's it called?
It looks like a pin badge kind of thing.
Limitless, which
Yeah.
is also the name of a film, but
But you just, you've got that on and you just would wear it all day.
bet
And
there's some
so you could be
comical bits
like,
in it
don't
as
forget to
well.
buy milk.
You get like a little breakdown of it as well. Aaron wanted to know why there was no toilet roll
Yeah.
in the toilet.
yeah, stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
spits it out for you.
Because he didn't buy any.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do we
that
think,
sounds
do we
cool.
think we're all going to be using AI then?
Well, the AI thing, like, sorry, Beef, for
No, it's fine. You go.
because a lot of people now are using it, because it's SEO related again, and obviously our SEO is taking a bit of a dip, and have been tempted to try and churn out some stuff like a lot of other people are doing now. And when you look at a lot of people who are ranking now, you can see that a lot of it is clearly AI written, but it's ranking really well. And I think like as the years progress, Google's algorithm, because like one of their things is to try and target AI written guff and try and like cut that out of the SERPs. And I think as their algorithm gets more advanced in the future, it could bite people on the bum. I'm seeing a lot of people just churning stuff out on AI at the moment, working
the
well.
AI gets better as well, doesn't it?
Maybe be
Yeah, I mean,
undetectable.
it's
And
something to
the
be-
AI detection tools are absolute guff.
Are they?
Yeah, but they'll get better, because a lot of it is kind of just drawn from the internet, so it's going to be mirroring what other people have got on their websites as well. And I just think, I think the algorithm will learn.
I don't
how
know
to
because like
spot it.
I know when we were writing blog posts and then like you're on like your fifth blog post and you're like I'm writing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Like the style is the same.
It's your exact same thing, isn't it? That it's
Yeah, but you could
replicates.
you could throw that text to ChatGPT like this is how I write things. Can you write about
Yeah,
this
I
couple
got
in this
ChatGPT.
style? And it'll do it.
I got ChatGPT to write me a review for something yesterday.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I mean,
And it sounded
I think
pretty
good.
much
I
like
think if
what
you're
I...
using it, it's easy just to go, oh great, that's been written for me, bosh it up.
Yeah.
But I think you need to go through it and
Yeah.
properly
Oh
customize
yeah,
it
you need to check
Yeah.
it.
to be, not to be penalised.
Yeah.
I just have the guilt.
Why?
The environmental guilt.
Oh,
you know?
whatever.
Just ruining the planet.
But you love it.
But I love it. It's my best friend. It's my therapist. It's everything.
Because I've got a model that I run on my computer, so it's slower. But if you're feeling really guilty, you could do like a local one.
Talk to Pete's AI if you need help.
It's not as good. It's not as good as ChatGPT.
I
Yeah.
used to use a really good one. It was called Jasper, which you would run through the sort of the AI detection tool, and it was like completely non-detectable almost. But you had to pay like £50 a month for it.
Yeah.
So I did used to tinker with that one. But everyone's on ChatGPT, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Claude's really good. Writes nicer than ChatGPT.
Claude, eh?
Claude.
Good.
Claude.
Never heard
I
of
like that
before.
name. That's good.
Yeah, good name.
The other thing that came up at the retreat, the other talk we had was about TikTok.
Yeah, Bronte did a talk about TikTok.
Lovely
didn't she?
Bronte did a talk about TikTok, and it was really funny because we'd had the AI chat, and then everybody's like, oh, I don't know if is AI taking over the world? There's a lot of skepticism about that, and then we had the TikTok thing. And then it's like, oh God, we all need to do TikTok now. Like, what's happening? But her point, which is absolutely valid, is that people that are the age of brides and grooms that's where they're hanging out.
course,
They're not
yeah.
on they're not on Facebook.
Well,
That's
I mean, the
over.
objection was just like, oh god, like we're all just like having to be constantly on all these like social
But I
media
suppose
things
some
at a
people are,
time.
some people aren't. You know,
Yeah.
there's a whole tranche of people that
Yeah.
younger people that get married that have never been on TikTok in
Oh,
their
for
lives.
sure.
You know,
It's not everyone.
But then her point was
but
like,
it's a lot.
you know, statistically, like 66% of like, you know, people aged like 18 to 34 or whatever it is
Using it.
are on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
So it's
fair
a big
enough. Like we
market.
can be as against it as we want to
Doesn't
be,
stop
but
it existing and
Yeah.
being a big thing for them, does it?
and
So
more of, you know, more of that demographic are on TikTok than are on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, like, will Instagram go the way of Facebook? Because Facebook was big, wasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
like 10, 15 years ago.
yeah, it had its time, and then
And we couldn't be arsed with Facebook back then. You know, people were doing really well
Yeah,
through
like
Facebook.
oh god.
I think
And
Yeah.
then, like, TikTok came along, we're like, oh,
We
fine.
resist
A few years
everything.
later.
But I was listening to Bronte and I was thinking, like, yeah, fair enough. Like, we'll make a TikTok. At least
The
we'll
thing is,
exist on
you
there.
guys as well doing video.
I
It's
know.
so easy. It's
Yeah.
so easy.
Yeah, you guys should have been doing it a long time ago because, like, I know you should have. You should have.
Should have told me.
I know TikTok works for the right type of content.
Yeah.
And like I can't get myself into that frame of mind to produce that type
Yeah,
of
because
content.
do you need to make like reels and
you need video.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
You can
need,
post pictures on there, can't you? Like
Yeah.
carousel style.
doesn't
Yeah,
do
you
very well,
can,
though.
but
Do
they
they not?
don't perform very well.
Like I'll put, let's say I do a post on Instagram, I'll do the same one on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it'll get the same amount of likes every time, but it's usually from the people that follow us. It won't go like
Yeah.
viral. It won't,
Yeah,
it won't
yeah,
be
yeah.
shown
It's not
to
shown
the
to other
people.
you need
people.
that initial
Yeah.
clip that is that TikTok kind of vibe, you know, and then you can show photos.
Well, it kind of
but-
makes
Yeah.
sense, doesn't it? Because like I've got TikTok now just so I can like see and like the post that Laura puts on there for Lawson Films, and like as soon as you open it, it's playing a video, you know, like with sound. So it's just like I can see like it's
Yeah.
never going to be a still image at the top there, is
No,
it?
that's what it needs to be. People
Yeah.
are used to seeing. They're scrolling through and it's just movie after clip, clip after clip after
Yeah.
clip. They come across a still, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
Yeah.
people are doing well with like behind the scenes on there, aren't they? That's
They
the way to do it for
Well, Adam
photographers.
Lowndes,
I
you know,
think.
look at Adam Lowndes. He's like, he started it a long time ago and like it's just grown and grown and grown for him. I think he's getting more inquiries now from TikTok than anything else,
Wow.
which is just amazing
That
that
is
he's doing
amazing.
that. And
Yeah.
he's obviously
Yeah.
doing talks on it. People are looking up to him and it's
Yeah.
worked for him. But he's like, you know, you've got to be fully committed to it. And some of the stuff that he produces, I mean, it must take him bloody hours to do it, but that's his
Yeah.
main marketing tool.
Yeah,
It
there you
works,
go,
doesn't
if
it?
that's
But what's
working
also
for him.
nice about TikTok is it just feels a bit more like, you know, like it's not all about the grid. You know, like Instagram, so like, oh,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you
needs
can
to
put
be,
any
like,
old shit on there, really.
Yeah, you just throw any shit up there. You know,
Yeah.
like like we did like a VHS style like edit.
It's
you
more
know,
like
just
stuff
like
you would
whatever.
put on a story, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more relaxed, isn't it? Whereas, yeah, you want your Insta to look prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Polished.
mean, we've just started. It's been like a week, but
Well, we
Yeah.
bitched about TikTok.
I
before,
know.
and I got a really nice
Feel
message
bad.
actually off one of
You
our listeners.
did. You got a great
Really?
message.
So yeah, Matt Pocknell. So
Yeah.
he's
He
an
was so
elopement photographer in
helpful.
Scotland. He actually came on one of my workshops like 3 years ago in Liverpool, and he was like super helpful with it. And he gave me lots of information and knowledge. I don't think I'll share his tips on here, but he did give me some tips. So I will try to implement those on my next shoot. I'll try. I don't like doing new things, but I'm going to try
Come
and
on, Liam.
do it.
Come on.
Because I'm
You
just
can do
used
You're
new
not an old
things.
man yet.
to do the new things.
I think for me it's just I'm getting close. Well, I'm getting there in my mind where I have to try new things because
Yeah.
things that we used to have that provided inquiries, that's changing.
Yeah.
So I need to try.
Yeah,
and be a
you've
bit
just
more
got to let
like-
it go and just, yeah.
I need to stop being too much of a fucking grumpy old man and focus a bit more on TikTok. And if you look at some photographers, you look at their feeds, a lot of them are like 200 to 1,000 views, but then you'll see one that's like 200,000 views.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about TikTok, isn't it? Where you don't need that kind of like history behind you. You can
No, it's
produce
just
some piece
random.
of content and then
Yeah.
you can just go like boom,
Yeah.
you know?
But I don't understand any of it, and I don't know what makes something go viral or, you know, like any of that. So it's just like aimlessly throwing something into
Yeah,
TikTok.
Well,
See
throw
what's
stuff
stick
that
and
we
see
quite
what'll
like
work.
up there and see how it goes. That's all.
Yeah, so if you want to follow us on TikTok, that would be great.
Yeah, Adam Lowndes, he produced one bit of content. I think he's pinned it. And it's got like 2 million views, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's in the millions anyway.
Yeah.
And it's no different to the
Any
other
of the
content
others.
that he's produced.
Yeah.
So what's the reason why that went
Yeah,
down?
that's what I mean. Yeah, there's
It
no
doesn't
rhyme
make
or
sense
reason.
sometimes, though, does it?
Yeah.
No.
You've got to be less hard on yourself, though, Diane. You have been embracing new things. You've been doing it for years.
Yeah, there you go.
You've
You've
been
been
doing
doing
it.
it.
yes. But
Yeah,
I
but
know
like
I'm not doing it
reluctantly.
right. Yeah, reluctantly. And I know what to do to make it better. It's just.
But I don't
it's
want
just-
to.
I don't want to.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to be filming myself or filming shit when I'm just trying
Yeah.
to do my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But maybe, I mean, it's the way the world is going, it
Can I
seems,
just
doesn't
hire
it?
someone?
So,
Betty. Let's hire Betty.
Yeah.
Betty, just point the camera at me.
That's what
and
you need.
film me at a wedding.
Take
and I'll give
Betty
you
to every wedding.
a tenner.
content creator. There you go.
Yeah.
Done.
I'd do it then.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
What age do kids need to be to send them to work?
I think it depends on how they look. You know, like you could be 14 and look 16.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that I had jobs from being like 14.
When can you have a
Yeah.
job?
I don't know. Or was it,
Is it 16 that you
when
can
did you do
legally have a
work
job?
experience? Because that,
It's changed now, hasn't it?
I don't know. Because I remember when I worked at Starbucks, like, I'm sure there were people that were like 15, 16, 14, 15. No, just like
Like
you know,
bussing.
like bussing,
Yeah.
like, collecting plates and
Kind
stuff,
of like a
washing up.
Saturday job, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
So
I don't think they were
Is
allowed
long
on
off,
the
really.
till until they were 16.
Yeah.
it still the same though? Because like I used to do like glass collecting in like pubs when I was like 15. And you know, be there till like midnight,
Seems
sometimes,
wrong.
surrounded by like boozy men smoking fags, collecting glasses.
Yeah.
You can't really do that anymore, can you?
No, not since the
But you
war.
can be self-employed at any age, can't you?
Yeah, they need to start their own little companies.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean, I
let-
think so, because there are all those kids, aren't there? You know, that I was a millionaire by the time I was 14. All those kids, like 3 of them.
Yeah.
You'll hear about them all constantly.
That's what we want. Albert yesterday was like, Mummy, I really want to get Shopify. I'm like, what? You don't need Shopify. You need to invent something to sell before you get Shopify. Good God. And he's like, right, what's missing from your life?
Love it.
He's gonna be.
Love it. What problems are you going to solve?
He's going places out
Oh, I don't know. We're just going to be greatly disappointed when he doesn't come up with some like amazing invention
Yeah.
that makes him millions of
there. He
pounds.
seems
Could
like
go
he's
either
got
way.
that type of mind where you know he's got the entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be.
He wants to be loaded, yeah.
CEO
yeah.
of something.
He's well into the stocks and shares. You know,
He's-
that's, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to buy us a house, isn't he, one day?
Well,
In a
let's
big
see.
mansion by the
Hopefully.
sea.
Yeah. Just needs to invent something and his life's complete.
We had something big this week, didn't we?
Oh, go on.
We did?
Yeah. So we launched the British Wedding Film Festival this week, didn't we, with Joss and Jeff Wood?
So exciting.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell us
The
about
feedback
it,
so far has been really good from everybody, which
So
is
give us a brief
Yeah.
rundown of exactly what it is, because we know, but everybody else doesn't know.
sure. Should we tell the story of its origin, maybe,
Sure.
and like why we thought it was needed?
Yeah, so I was chatting to Jeff while we were doing, like, you know, we were judging some other awards, and I think we were talking about how, like, it's so, like, all or nothing, like, you know, the awards we're judging, it's like, you know, all your business, you know, clients are voting for it, and, you know, there's just like, it feels so personal, and people get so, like, upset if they don't win, and it seems like such a big deal. And then, you know, I was saying, like, there should be something that's just more like, you know, like the Oscars, you know, like best film for, like, sound design, best film for cinematography, you know, like stuff like that. And then we kind of thought, well, this is quite a good idea.
A purely
actually.
film award would be amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then also that it's not just you know, it's per film, and it's obviously per film, and it's like, you know, less judgmental in a way. Obviously, it's still judged, but it's not just like,
Well, no, we just
if
thought,
you don't win
yeah.
this, your business is shit kind of thing. It's just, yeah.
like the
it's-
Oscars, is this film good? You know, just
Yeah.
judging stuff purely on the actual work and like what, and yeah, and like you
And
say, like
recognising that there are different
different
skill
styles.
sets
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
styles.
Because a lot of the time you watch a film and you're like, oh my god, the sound in this film is amazing, but then it won't win an award because
Yeah.
it's not not shot beautifully or whatever. There'll be something else that's weaker, and it's like such a shame because this is really good, you know, in that way. So it'd be nice if there was like different categories.
It's a great
So
idea.
like anyway, we were like talking about it for a while, weren't we? And then like talking to Jeff about it.
Yeah, we started meeting up with Jeff.
This is like the beginning of last year. So
Yeah.
flipping ages ago, wasn't it? Thinking like this should exist. There should be just a film awards. Like this would be really cool, but that's a lot of work to organise, you know, like
Yeah, I think we were just like, you know, we were really enthused to start with.
we sort of parked it.
Yeah.
We were thinking like, yeah, we should do it, but I don't know when, and like we just weren't like on the ball with it, you know. It was just like, yeah, background idea, we should do that before someone else does, you know.
Yeah.
And then Joss started talking to us saying like, we should have a film awards, don't you think? And we're like, actually, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. So then like all linked up together, and with Joss's enthusiasm, things actually started to happen. And then we started like, you know, like planning it and like what all the categories would be, what, you know, who the judges could be, the event, thinking about that. Because really it's like trying to make it like a festival. Like we were talking about it and saying like, it'd be really nice if it wasn't just like an awards evening, if it was like an event in itself, because there's so like all the videographers at the moment really want to like get together and like, you know, like have those kind of meet-up events.
And I really like the idea of a film festival as well.
Yes. So we
Because
were
like you've
well,
talked about them loads, and obviously it's not going to be anything like you know.
No,
the
we're
film
not gonna do
festivals
it
you've
over a
been
week.
to, but it's just like
Yeah.
how cool would that be to like,
maybe in
you
the
know.
future it could grow into that, you know, where it is a film festival and you go and you watch loads of people's films. Because I think another thing at the retreat, you know, just nobody watches other people's work. Like, so it's really nice to sit and look
And
at
a
it.
lot of people, like, especially if you've been in the industry a long time, kind of like, it's like a badge of honour. Like, they're like, I don't watch wedding films.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like, I won't watch anyone's wedding
Well,
film.
like, I
It's
don't
like-
watch other people's wedding films all year. And then I watch them when I'm judging and I love it because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, they're so, you know, and it's nice to see what everyone's done.
Yeah.
And I see the value in that. But I know when you're busy in the year, you know, you're just getting your own work done. You don't want to see another wedding film. Like, it's not the time,
Yeah.
is it? But the idea of having the event and then having not all the winners, but some of the winners' films shown during the night so that it becomes like a, you know, a festival atmosphere where we can share like, look, this is the best, you know, sound design. Here you go. And it's shown.
Watch it, listen
When
to
is
it.
it?
Yeah. So the submissions open the 1st of May and
Yeah.
the
Event
is the 9th of Feb in
And where are you
Manchester.
thinking? Where are you
Next
thinking?
year.
In Manchester.
Oh, at Manchester Art Gallery.
Manchester.
Oh, is it?
Art.
Have you got it? Have you got it like
Yeah, we've got it
reserved?
locked down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, you know, red carpet, glam, glam, glam.
Awesome. Can we come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to buy a ticket. Then.
Yeah.
See why not?
I'm just thinking, because I think, what's it limited to?
I don't know.
I would think we're limited to 150.
Sweet Liam
You'll get
in.
us in through the back door,
Give him
won't
a
you?
camera. People will think he's working.
There you go. I'll take some pictures for
There
you.
you go.
Will he
done.
take pictures? He'll be wasted.
Bit of both.
Canapé.
You know what? That's the vibe. Yeah, take drunken pictures. You-
Okay, yeah.
you can come.
Okay, cool. But I think
Yeah.
it's a great format. And I think it will encourage more people to enter as well, because I think a lot of these competitions, if it's just like one category, people are fearful of
Yeah.
entering. Do you think?
I think when there's one winner,
Well,
Yeah.
because with the categories normally is like best wedding filmmaker, isn't it? And it's like you said, it's like it's
We've
all or
always said
nothing.
this about photography. Like
Yeah.
in some of the awards, like the BIPP, you'd have it broken down in traditional documentary. But the more well-known awards
Yeah.
nowadays, they
They
don't
don't.
do that.
Exactly.
And they're missing
Yeah.
missing a
Well,
trick.
the BIPP as well, they did it to a certain extent, but because they were stuck in the flaming dark ages, all they had was like classic portraiture documentary, and I'm like, guys, what happens if one of these pictures that I produce, what category can it go in?
Yeah.
Oh, just stick it in classic.
and it can be, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, no, it doesn't fit in there.
No, but I like the format of having multiple categories, because people then feel, I think people feel a bit more kind of inclined to enter because there's more chance that they can come away with something.
Yeah.
So there's going to be entering with less fear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Well, that's
We want it to be like, obviously, only positive vibes. We want to celebrate people who, you know, don't normally enter awards. We want them to enter. That would be amazing because there's so much talent in this country, and there's a lot of people that just are just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself forward. Like, please enter. That would be amazing. We need to show
'cause
off
we want
what
to
we've
show
got.
off. Yeah, the best, because it's like we can all take inspiration from everything. Just
there
like
are people,
we need to raise the level, don't we? Like it.
Yeah.
When we watch like lovely films, we're like, oh, that's cool, and you take inspiration from it, and hopefully it makes you better as well. Like just to think like you can do things in a different way.
Yeah. There are so many people just under the radar, like making amazing films that no one's heard of.
We want to kind of bring these people out. Like, look how awesome the talent is in this country.
Exactly.
And we're just not aware of it.
Yeah.
Cool. It's exciting, guys.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, and like since we've like put it out, that it's happening. Like people have been really lovely, and the founders WhatsApp group is just alive with like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. We're looking at trophies because we need the trophies to be good. We need damn good trophies. We're thinking, like a really good.
Not little
one that you
plastic
could kill
some
someone with.
Exactly. That's what I said. She's like, I like that one. It looks heavy. It looks like a murder weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a
That's
plastic
what
one.
I want.
Oh, no
That
plastic.
You can drop kick down the aisle.
No.
There's going to be metal
That has
involved.
happened.
It has
Yeah, well,
yeah. We won't name and shame.
Yeah.
No, we love our Twitter awards.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, but that is one of the fun things, isn't it? Like planning the planning the trophies and the fun stuff, and the event. Like we've never planned an event before, but it's going to be really fun. Like we're figuring out like how the night will go, and it'll be good. I'm
I
excited.
miss winning shit.
Well, this was one of the things when we were talking about it to start with. We were like, right, we've won that loads of times. What else can we enter? There must be other things, and then you have a look and you're like, no, there really isn't.
Yeah. It's just like an awards that we think, oh, we'd want to enter that. We can't enter it, clearly. That would
This
be
thing
wrong.
needs to exist though for photography as well, doesn't it? Because there isn't something like this, like a BAFTAs for.
Well, exactly.
Exactly.
Maybe
And it's
we'll add it on next year. We'll see how this goes.
And the idea is not to kind of like try and like compete against Twitter.
No, it's a
just like it's a
different
different
ballgame.
thing.
Different,
There's lots of photography awards and there's a photography category in Twitter, and that's like Twitter's for like the whole wedding industry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And Twitter is, and it's amazing. They're having the client votes. It's all about your business and how you're running your business and that, and getting all that client feedback. That makes it so unique.
yeah,
So-
there's none of that for us. You could be
you
like
could be
in the process of being
awful.
sued by like 15 clients, but if you got one amazing film, you could still win an award.
True story. So it's just a different kettle of fish, isn't it? But I'm excited about it, and I'm glad that it's been announced now. We can
Damien
just
reached
buckle
out,
down.
didn't he, to kind of like wish us good luck and
He
all that.
did.
So
He's
it's
so
really
lovely.
nice.
Yeah.
That's cool because it is different to what he's
Yeah.
done. And yours
It
is
is.
very niche.
It sounds great. You're going to step down from Twitter as judges now.
No, I think we'll carry
you're
on.
gonna do-
Yeah. As long as he'll have us, like we'll judge. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's workload
I enjoy
dependent as
Twitter.
well.
Yeah.
Like we don't know how many entries we'll get for this.
Yes,
if it's thousands,
exactly.
Yeah.
This at
Well,
the moment.
maybe
How many
we can.
judges are there? How many do you have?
there's a lot.
Do you want to
of
see?
judges.
Do you want to see all the?
Can you announce them?
Okay, we're going to do it in the order
Let's
on the
go
web.
in the order of the website.
Okay.
The first guy, Greg Wilson, produced Bond films.
No way.
Ah.
Wow.
Absolute dude. Toby from Handicraft Pictures, amazing guy. David Tanner, another TV and film producer. So we thought like that, like that, to give it that Oscars feeling and to just bring it, into the world of actual film, it would be amazing to get some non-wedding people in there. So
Yeah.
there's 2 in there.
Good idea.
And we're hoping to get, like maybe
more.
other film industry people in like next year as well.
Try and lure them in,
Yeah, lure them in.
Philip White is another judge. Leanne Perrins, us, Jeff, and Joss.
Cool.
And
Great
And
lineup.
Badal
India.
from Badal Raja. So that's a great one because then, like, I think they've got a really good insight into like the Indian wedding market.
yeah, massive in India and
Yeah.
loves kind of like English weddings apparently, according to Jeff as well. So that's
Fancy looking website that as
it's
well.
beautiful, isn't it?
Did you do that, Pete?
Did I? No, Joss. Joss
Oh,
is.
Joss.
Joss is absolute.
Without Joss, this would not be happening. Yeah.
Joss is the glue, man.
Well, exciting times. It sounds great. Really good.
Cool.
Oh, it does. It looks lush, doesn't it? Look at that.
Oh, wait.
Cute.
Quality.
So I need to plan my outfit.
Oh, you're getting planning now.
Need new outfit, new shoes.
God, it's so exciting.
She'll need everything.
I need everything. Yeah.
What about me? I need this, proper suit.
You'll think about it the day before.
Yeah, you'll be at the Trafford Centre like 9
Yeah.
p.m. the night before.
You're going to have to get the
So
Gucci
true.
loafers this time, Pete.
Oh, yeah, do you remember?
You know I'll be wearing trainers, right?
You got to be yourself, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So there was something on doing the rounds on social media, wasn't there, about a photographer in Italy
Getting booted out of Italy.
from America, getting booted out.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
There's some weird grammatical errors in this post and in the subsequent replies. That,
Basically, it's a destination wedding photographer that's gone to Italy to photograph a wedding. But
From America.
From
the
America,
US,
but
yeah.
the police have turned up and
At the venue.
removed her as the
Yeah,
photographer.
they've
Yeah.
gone
She
in and
doesn't
said,
have the
do
right
you have
paperwork.
visas? Give me visas for everyone that works here. And she didn't have one, so she got
Right.
deported.
Yeah.
So what are people saying? People are saying that they're suspicious that this
This
is,
post is-
maybe an Italian photographer that's produced it because they're
scaring
jealous.
people off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be real. It
could be real.
could.
Well, we've all shot in Italy, haven't we, since Brexit? And I think Italy, the immigration, is the most relaxed that I've ever
Well,
come
I
across.
was straight on the
don't care.
immigration website, and
Yeah.
you put your reason for visit in as business,
Yeah.
and you kind of put that you're coming from the UK, don't need a visa.
It is a complicated one because I've looked into this in depth, and some people say that if you're going on business, like that's fine, but have to be for like a conference or something like that. Whereas if you're going for active work, then that's the grey area.
But we're being paid outside of
Yeah,
Italy,
I know,
and
I
the
know.
service is fulfilled
Yeah.
in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's similar to a conference where people pay to go to a conference.
You could argue that.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah.
I really don't think they would care.
No.
I think maybe it's different if you're American. Maybe that's a different visa
I
situation.
did the same thing on the website and put I was coming from America and I was American, and it said again you don't need a visa.
So if this is a fake post, what do we think the motivation is? Do we think it's just an
Local
Italian
photographers
photographer?
just getting
Yeah.
annoyed.
Yeah,
It could be.
I think if you're like say a Lake Como Italian photographer,
Yeah.
it must be a bit frustrating seeing
Totally.
like your local venues always
Swamped
with
with-
like someone from the UK there or
It's
America.
such a unique situation, though,
Well,
isn't
it'd
it?
be
Because
more from the US, I guess, because like the US weddings are big business, aren't they? Coming over to Italy,
Yeah,
bringing their
a
own
lot of
photographer
Americans
with
do,
them. And like
True.
Americans tend to be big payers for photography, so I don't
Yeah.
blame the Italians that
No.
living in expensive Lake Como wanting that instead on it.
I still think though, if you're shooting regularly abroad, you can't be shouting it from the rooftops because there's still
No.
little question marks over things, and like I don't do that when I turn up now at the airport. I haven't got like light stands on me. I just try to kind of just scoot through, and I won't mention anything about why I'm there, or if they ask me why I'm there, which has happened in Holland actually last year. They said, "Why are you here?" And I'm just going to take a few pictures of the beautiful city of Amsterdam for a few days.
Well, it's more America that kind of seems scary for you coming in at the moment.
I said to Liam,
Oh, God,
under
yeah.
no circumstances can we
No.
can we take any US bookings.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
worth it
It's
at the
not.
moment.
It was always like they're quite extreme, aren't they? Like TSA, like it was always a bit
It was always the one place that
Yeah.
would be.
like you can get deported, never allowed back in.
Yeah.
Whereas now they seem like they won't just stick you straight back on a plane. They will like
Stick you in
put you in a detention
detention
centre
centre.
for
There's
a week or
someone there
something.
now, isn't it? Like there's a UK national in the detention centre now.
I think they're
No,
home
they're
now.
home now.
Are they home now? But they
Yeah.
held her there because.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the story? She tried to get into Canada. The story was the Canadians wouldn't let her in because she didn't have a working visa to go and do some free work.
I
as a
think
nanny.
she was
She
basically
wanted to be a
wanted.
nanny.
Yeah.
She wanted to kind of like to be a lodger basically,
Yeah.
and kind of in return she'd be a bit of a nanny.
Yeah.
So she was sent back to the US, but because her tourist visa had expired in the US, stuck her in a fucking detention centre. That's scary stuff, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah,
Avoid.
we'll avoid.
And yeah, if you're coming into
Not worth
America with a load of cameras, I don't know, that just seemed like
Yeah. It's not worth it.
It's not.
no.
Just go on
Nobody needs
holiday
that
if
kind
you
of
want to go to
stress,
New
do
York
you?
or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's annoying because like if we were to visit America, I'd want to take a camera. Like, that's kind
Yeah,
of
but you could take
But
a
you
camera.
can if you're not shooting a wedding there.
Would you be scared to take a camera?
I'd be scared to take one of our
Not
cameras.
North Korea.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'd be more likely to like, you really want the Fuji, don't you? Like the X100 again.
You know, the one I got and then sold?
I want that.
She had one, sold it. And
What
now
did
she's.
you have? The Fuji X100?
I had
X100V.
the
V or this, or
not the 6.
I want the 6.
I know.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on my wish list.
And then she's been looking like the film emulation looks so good, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
we
does.
had it. It was shit.
It's better. I'm
It
sure
was
it's better.
shit.
It's better.
Like we had to edit everything in Lightroom to make it look
No,
like
I
film.
think it
The
might
film
be
emulation
perfect.
was shit.
Yeah, I think it is. So I've done a lot of research into it, and I agree, Laura.
See? Add
I need
to
it
carts.
For all my nudes.
There you go.
That's it.
Should we move on to our highs and lows of the week?
Oh, I just want to go back
Okay.
over the restricted music on Instagram
Oh,
from
yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm so confused after last week's episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I really
Are
need
we
to,
just not using
I
music?
really need to look at this because
Yeah.
it's stressing me out. So I went on to Meta and I found this. I'm going to read it out word for word.
Okay.
So, restricted access to the music library. To make sure that the music in our licensed library is not used for commercial purposes, certain business accounts and certain types of posts do not have access to the library. Licensed music may also not be available in certain countries or regions. If your account does not have access to the licensed music library, then you may be able to use Meta's Sound Collection. Sound Collection provides access to over 14,000 songs and sounds which are entirely royalty-free and safe to use in Reels and Instagram stories. The content in Sound Collection can be used for commercial purposes, such as ads. You can find this music library by swiping up and selecting the music sticker in Stories or by tapping the audio icon in the Reels camera.
Okay.
So, we are okay so long as
We're a business.
officially listed as a business
Yeah.
and you're not kind of loosely trying to
Yeah.
be a personal account but actually
Yeah.
selling your
Yeah.
commercial services.
And
that's
don't
good.
pretend you're a creator if you're a business and all
Yes.
that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are songs that we can use that are royalty free
Yeah.
and are
Yeah.
licensed.
If you're a
Right.
business,
We're okay.
If it's all set up right and it shows you songs,
Okay, that's good
you
news.
can use them.
that's
Good.
simple.
Yeah.
Nice
Good.
update.
Yeah.
Well
Good
clear.
update.
And
Okay.
from TikTok, it said it in very nice, clear terms for you, didn't it?
Very clear that anything that is available, you can use it.
Yeah.
So that is good. And
Yeah, shite
straightforward.
music on TikTok.
So
isn't
shit.
there? It's all
I
like
agree with you.
Weird rap and,
And yeah, I need to do research. Is there trending music? Is it the same? How does it work? Like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I think it's more freeform. Just throw up anything.
Freeform, agreed.
Yeah, chill out.
Should we do our highs and lows?
Yes.
Who's got a high?
I've got so many highs.
Ah, go on then. Hit us
So
with a
many
high.
highs. So, it was our wedding anniversary on
Oh,
Monday.
yeah.
18 years
Congratulations.
together.
The picture you
8
posted
years
is so
married,
cute.
22
Yeah.
years together.
yeah, we were wasted on that photo.
Ah.
Oh, fun time.
But it was super cute. It was just
Yeah.
a nice day, wasn't it? Like, we went for a long walk, we went for some chips at the pub.
Cute.
Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
made
nice,
smoked
yeah.
salmon and scrambled eggs breakfast. We had no secco. It was just a really nice
Aw.
Yeah.
You.
day. What else? I did 108 sun salutations on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
To bring in the spring equinox.
Sure.
2
How long did it take?
hours. So it was at our yoga studio.
So long.
2 hours of just doing like
yeah.
handstands.
No,
No.
sun salutations.
What's the sun salutation?
It's a
It's a little routine.
It's a routine of movements
And you
that
go
you,
down.
yeah, that you
And then you
go
go into
through.
plank and that, yeah.
You
Yeah.
drop down, you go into up to down.
Yeah,
go
2
down,
hours is a
down.
long time to be
Repetitive,
doing
that,
that.
isn't it?
Very repetitive,
Well,
but was it like
it's very-
being in a trance?
Yes, yeah, and it's very much about the breath, and it's very much about your brain and being able to do hard things.
Yeah,
You know, less so about
just keep going.
the physical nature of it, because it is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I loved it.
So you should do that every morning.
Well, it was specifically to mark the spring equinox.
Yeah.
You know, when night and day are the same length,
Uh-huh.
and it's this
Yeah.
significant
Yeah.
number. And 108 is significant in yoga. I think there's 108 beads on the mala beads. There's 108 kriyas. I think there's a whole load of significance.
There's a
to,
reason. Yeah.
108. But yeah,
Useful skill, you know. If you ever got banged up in a cell, you know, if you went to prison,
Entertain
you'd be
yourself
all right, wouldn't you?
for days.
then Fourth Wing. Oh my god, how have I only just read Fourth Wing? You need to read it. It's absolute tosh, but so good.
Oh, that's right up my street.
About like dragons and.
Oh, cool.
And then my last one, Adolescence. Binge watched Adolescence. And
So good, isn't
my
it?
God,
Really good,
loved
yeah.
that.
Pete won't watch it.
You need to watch it, Pete. It's
No.
so good.
No.
It's really well
I've
filmed.
watched it
Oh, I know.
twice because
The
Liam
way it's
came in.
filmed.
The way it's filmed, you would love it just for that.
It's incredible how they made that.
Isn't it?
Like, it blows my mind. And when
Yeah.
you watch the behind the scenes and they're just like, like handing off a camera up the stairs and like
Yeah.
the bits where it just gets attached
The-
to a drone
the
and then it
timing of
flies
it.
off.
I
and
said
it's
to
just like,
Liam, when I wanted to be like a filmmaker, that is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, to have that kind of brain, to be like, you know
Yeah.
what we should do? And like to be
Yeah.
in the behind the scenes of like, how can we make this work? Where are people going to be stood?
Incredible.
Where are the cameras going to
Yeah.
be?
what a
Yeah,
project.
one take,
I mean,
like, you have to have
so
some skills as the actor as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
100%.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, the actors in it
Start
are
again.
insanely
And,
good.
I mean, the
It's like a
content-
play,
the
really.
content matter. I mean,
Yeah,
God.
it's just excellent.
But it's the
Everything
content
about it.
matter why I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
He
why.
doesn't like
I have
anything
to
about
watch
kids.
Anything harrowing, like, for entertainment.
But I think it opens up so many questions,
I
Pete,
agree.
and especially with us having the age of kids that we,
We can have those
I feel
questions
like
anyway.
I
I'm
agree.
open to these questions.
It made
I get
me
it,
think
yeah,
about
I get
things
it.
in ways that I'd never thought about things before.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
What have you taken away? Because I was giving Pete a rundown yesterday and I was like, he's never having a computer in his room.
I think that's the opposite lesson. You're like, oh, so, but it's social media that's
Social
like the
media.
evil thing.
Yeah,
like a
social media.
computer,
It was
if
social
anything, should be like
media,
no phone,
but
you
it
have a
was
computer.
Also, like, I found the message that even it doesn't matter what kind of social class you are, we can all be trying at parenting, but we are all across the board, no
Yeah.
matter what your socioeconomic status, potentially failing.
Yeah,
And we need to be more
aware.
more present, more on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could let my 13-year-old out at 10 at night, half 10 at night.
Yeah.
That kind of thing is like,
Yeah.
that's
That was-
a no.
Where they're like, what time did you get home last night? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that is strange for a 13-year-old.
And straight away, I had a discussion with Betty saying, you do know, don't you, when you go to high school, I know you'll want to go out with your friends, but you will have quite a strict home time.
Yeah.
And other people might not have that, but we have different rules at our home
Yeah.
to what other people have. You know, trying to introduce the
Yeah.
subject earlier, and she already knows that social media is a no. She doesn't get it.
Yeah.
We
until-
told her about the dangers of social media, and
Yeah.
as you guys have as well. So
Yeah.
we're doing quite a lot of. The
I
right
think our
things
kids
already
are in a
when it
great.
comes to that.
We're in a great place for this to come out and for us to be thinking about this
That's
because
it.
it was.
I think it's just about thinking about things, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, and I think we've already set a good foundation with them where they're not addicted to their phones
We'll
by
always
any
make
means.
mistakes, I'm sure of it. But,
Of course.
you know,
Yeah.
just to...
Yeah, it's awareness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Snapchat gives me the
And
fear.
it was a lot about relationships between parents and children and how we are modelling for them. And it was just... I loved it.
Yeah,
You know, modelling behaviour, they see and take on so much more than we ever realise they do.
yeah,
And it's not necessarily the words that we say,
yeah,
it's our actions and
yeah.
how we are as people. I loved it, I really did.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
watch
Highly
it a third
recommend.
time.
Yeah.
Well, many things don't get me emotionally, but there's that end scene where
Oh,
he's
he's
just
su-
crying
he's
into the
such
pillow.
a good
I
actor.
really started to I got really
Yeah.
emotional. I just thought that's really powerful.
With the
stuff.
little teddy.
Yeah, his
And the
little
knife
teddy, I
sticking
know.
in his back. You've seen the peeled wallpaper on the
Oh.
back, the attention to detail. There's peeled wallpaper that looks exactly like a knife that's
Yeah.
right into his back behind him. Oh,
No, the
it's
teddy bit.
perfection.
I'm sorry, son. Oh. Stephen, you've got me.
Oh, if you've not seen it, including Pete, you should watch it.
No.
Yeah,
What's your low?
it's,
You got a low?
Is so we have dropped Betty down to 1 gymnastics a week because she was just so tired. So Monday
Yeah.
gymnastics is gone, but it's been replaced with Mummy and Betty Run Club,
Oh.
which is fine.
Whose idea was this?
Betty's.
Betty, she's been desperate
Yeah.
to do it for ages.
Okay.
And it's been fine. It's been great. It's
Yeah.
been good. Apart from Monday, I was walking back from this run with Betty, and this guy was just looking at me so weirdly. You know, you're like, what is going on?
You didn't tell me about this.
And I got back and I looked in the mirror and I had grey leggings on, and where I'd sweat, it genuinely looked like I peed myself. 100% looked like I peed myself. 100%. I was like, oh my. Okay.
That's
So
what
now-
he was staring at.
Don't wear those next time.
No, black leggings from now on. Black leggings.
Oh no.
That's your lowest.
I
You
did not wet
perved on.
myself, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, I booked a really nice wedding recently, which was well received because our July is looking really quite bad.
Is it in July?
It's in July.
Yay!
So it's great, and it was just like someone who's followed on Instagram. She lives in China,
Yeah.
and she wants to elope on the Isle of Skye, just the two of them. But they want it's going to be 2 days. So awesome portrait shoot in Edinburgh. They love Harry
wanna
Potter.
do a
They love
tour.
like gothic things.
Oh
and-
wow.
So we'll do a shoot with them in Edinburgh, and then drive up to Skye, and then they'll have like a small ceremony, and then more portraits on Skye. It's right up my street. So
that is
Oh,
up your
wow.
Yeah,
street.
we've got quite a few in the last few weeks.
That
So
is
you feeling a
great.
bit,
yeah,
bit better
feeling a
about
bit
it.
better about it. Yeah.
Good.
It's I could moan all day about
moaner.
Stop
the
moaning.
struggle.
Stop moaning.
Struggles.
But yeah, we booked a few, which is nice. So I feel a bit better about that.
And a good one that's right up your street.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's lovely,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah. And there's quite a few in the pipeline as well. It's always the way, isn't it? Lots of people in the pipeline. The pipeline's quite long, isn't it now?
This is good.
You know, you have to keep on poking the
The
pipe.
pipeline is long.
Yeah, you're still in there.
Yeah.
I spoke to you about 3 weeks ago. Fucking long pipe full of loads of people.
There's a queue in there.
Yeah.
What is your low of the week?
Low. I can't really think of a low, really. My legs ache a little bit after doing
Legs ache.
property photography.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really have any significant things I can think of that have really got me down.
That's
so
good.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My
You
high
guys.
has got to be the film festival launching. That is very exciting. Made me very happy.
Yeah.
My low
And the good
is-
response to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
You launch it, you're like,
Yeah. You hope that people will think what
Be
you
nice.
think. Yeah, you hope that they'll think like, oh yeah, we needed this. And then when they do, you're like, oh, phew.
yeah.
So that is good.
Yeah, because that does seem to be the response, doesn't it? Like, yeah, like our industry needed something like this.
Yeah.
Like you photographers.
It's
think,
exciting, I think,
you
for everyone.
photographers. We
haven't got
kind
you
we're
are
half you, half you, quarter you. I don't know. I know. We still do some weddings.
Yeah, half one.
Half one.
Low of the week is I've got a sore toe.
Oh, you got gout.
I've got my sore toe.
Could be gout.
I've been walking loads, trying to walk loads every day, just because I have like nothing to do at the moment. So I've been walking way more,
Did you
and I've
stub
got
it?
a little sore toe.
Oh. Do you remember
Shoes.
stubbing
You
it or
need some
anything now?
Vivo barefoot.
I need some
Laura.
Vivo barefoot, I think.
Yeah.
Spread those wide feet
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I love mine.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Have you got some Vivo barefoots, Pete? Have you seen them?
They're so expensive though, and I need to save up for my camera.
They remind me of like Ninja Turtle shoes.
Yeah, they're like
You know?
wide, aren't they? And you
Yeah.
can spread your feet. It makes sense though. I reckon that is what I need.
Best walking
Yeah.
boots I've ever had.
Yeah, there you
What's
go.
the sole like? Because I can imagine if you're walking in the hills,
Yeah,
like
it's good.
sole.
Yeah.
Is it
Can you
okay,
feel
yeah?
every
Yeah, no, it's good.
stone?
Yeah, can you feel
No,
it?
no different to a normal pair of walking boots.
Wow.
Other than just spacey and
Yeah. Maybe I should try then.
yeah.
What's your high and low, Pete?
Well, I mean, my highs, you know, the launch as well, but all this talk of toes and feet just made me remember I got a new pair of shoes.
Did
I've
you?
got
This is a
two
big
new
event
pairs of
for Pete.
shoes.
Stop it!
You're wearing them now.
In the same day.
Because I'm like a one pair of shoes a
Same
year,
day.
2 years, 3 years. You know, like
you have
I-
one pair of trainers that you just wear like to
I'm the
death
same.
for everything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've got a new pair of those to death trainers,
Yeah.
and a new pair of walking boots.
Finally, because
Oh my god, the other day we were
Yeah.
walking along and I was like, Pete,
Everyone was
the
mocking
sole is
my.
falling off.
not
your
walking.
boots.
not.
They were 10 years old. Low. Played table tennis last night. There was a kid there, 14, 15, 16. kick my ass. Absolutely wipe the floor with me.
Kids.
Kids,
no, humbling.
Kids. Yeah.
Must be good, because I tried to play you the other day and I just thought, no chance. You're like an Olympic athlete already.
Sure,
Pete.
absolutely. We'll go with that.
This kid,
Yeah. Well, this kid must be.
Oh,
You sure it's a kid?
though. Are you sure it's not a bloke?
the kids, no. So speedy as well, you know, like
all that
all
energy
darting
of
about the
youth.
table. It's just like,
Obnoxious.
I can't cope with this.
That'll be
I'm an
Albert
old
soon.
man now.
That'd be Albert. He'd be sad.
Yeah, and also we ran out of oat milk. Had to buy oat milk. We have it on
bad
subscription.
times.
Unacceptable.
When my coffee machine broke, I cancelled, one of the deliveries because I was like, we're not
Oh,
having
is
that for a
why?
while. And yeah, new machine came. I've been having triple the amount of coffee, haven't I? So ran out of coffee in no time. Milk in no time.
It's a delicious coffee.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Shall we go?
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.